Hey, good morning, Chase. This is a quick demo video for you for your Dennis Lukyanov and KR Sabers, Heart of Siberia. This has been installed with a Proffie. We've got a lot of stuff going on this guy, actually. You had asked for a real quartz crystal in the crystal chamber, so that's what we've got there. If I can get my camera to focus. So we've got that real quartz crystal in there. I'll light that up here for you in a second. Something you may or may not be aware on this particular Saber model is that you can open and close this door right here. And you do that just by grabbing that little button head screw, right? So we can leave that door closed and you would only see your crystal chamber from that from the damage right here. Or if you wanted to go ahead and open it up, you just slide it up like that. I just kind of like to leave it open. You and I had talked about some heat staining on this Saber. You can't do that, unfortunately, because it's made out of aluminum, so we just didn't mess with that. All right. You do have a Shadow Foil Props Neopixel connector in here, so I'll light that up here for you in a second. It's a 2-button setup. So you got 2 dome tactile switches right here. All right, so one's going to be your power and auxiliary. When you've got this Saber facing out and these sabers or these switches rather are pointed up, the one on your right-hand side will be your power, and of course the other one will be your auxiliary. All right, to get to your chassis, what you want to do is come over here to this red wire in this clip in the waist area and pop it off. I cut that red wire right there. Again, if I can zoom in on that for you. Cut that red wire so that you could pop it off and you could unscrew this handle. So once you pop that out of the clip, come over here and unscrew your handle. It'll come right out. We have a lot of LEDs in this chassis. All right, so you got your Proffie board right here, access to your SD card and your micro USB. I make access to everything right here without popping up the board. So while I did not glue the board down, you don't need to pop it up. You just need an L-shaped data cable, one that looks like this. You got it sitting right at my desk right here. One of these guys, and you've got enough room to come in here and program your board. That's how I make my chassis, okay? Then you can just pull out your SD card with a pair of tweezers. Right in front of the board is a kill switch, so you'll see that right there. There is a copy of the config file that I used for this guy on your SD card, and for right now it just has my sound font on it because when you get it you will be doing your own thing. Alright, so you'll notice that on there. Now you've got a 20 pixel accent strip running right behind here. I do have some nylon diffusion material right in front of the LED strips. So you got a 20 pixel accent strip right there. When you turn it around, you have another 20 pixel accent strip right here. These aren't something that you'll see when the handle is on. It's just a little something extra that I wanted to do for you. Around the speaker venting, or the speaker area rather, you have a 25 pixel accent strip, and that is something that you'll be able to see when the handle's on. And then of course your removable battery, with the spring side being your negative side of your battery. And we'll throw one in here in a second. All right, you've got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker as well. So this guy sounds very good. You had asked for the pommel area LEDs to be like on a delayed ignition, much like, you know, Kylo's Quillians would be. So that's what you've got here. You asked for some pulsing or some breathing on the crystal when the Saber's off. So that's what you've got as well. I'm gonna send this battery. The sticker is off. If you get another battery, this is a Keep Power 18650. Take that sticker off as well. All right, but negative side to the spring, you just kind of want to cup the chassis, just kind of cup it like this, pop your battery in, you're good to go. Come over here and flip your kill switch. So you've got that breathing with the crystal when the Saber's off. The LEDs on the sides of your chassis do a little something different when the Saber's off. And then when you turn it on, they go just a little faster. All right, your crystal chamber will go solid. Your PCB up here is all lit up, so you're good there. They do react to auxiliary button being pressed. Now, if you'll notice, when I ignite this Saber, the the emitter will ignite right away, and then you have a little bit of a delayed reaction for the backside. I'll show you that again. Okay, so when you get all that on, you get the saber on, you can come over here, put your handle on, screw it all the way down, and then when you've got it screwed all the way down, come over here to that red wire and just kind of pop it back into that clip so it all looks like one piece now. All right, so you've got your crystal pulsing. We will hit power. And now you've got that lid up here. Of course, you don't see that here. It's just a piece of the handle that's not open. But everywhere else on the handle that's open, you've got that nice shine through. Very bright crystal. Shine through in all of your windows here, right? And then you've got twist off. This guy right here is your blade retention. It's a button head screw, and then it's on that washer. Now, when this came to me, those two were separate pieces. So what I did was I glued the washer to the button head screw so that you could just use your finger and you wouldn't need a tool. All right. But when you loosen that up, just back that up a little bit, come and put your blade in. This takes a 1-inch diameter blade. You and I were talking a little bit this morning about what kind of blade you were going to get. I had suggested to you that if you were going to get a very nice blade, to get a KR strip blade. All right. You had mentioned a tritium blade. I've not tried those yet. I've read some reviews on them. I still recommend the KR blade. All right. So I'll just leave it at that. But when you lock that in, you put your blade down, you come in and you lock down your blade retention screw, come over here and hit power. This, of course, is my small test blade, but it is programmed for a full-length blade. This is just the blade that I use for all of my demos. Now you got some nice smooth swing. Good flash on flash. Blaster bolts is just tapping the auxiliary switch. If you want blade lockup, hold the auxiliary button down and hit the saber. On a full-length blade, you'll see it right here when the saber's up vertical. You'll see it closer to the emitter, like right here. And then as you go horizontal, it moves closer to the middle of the blade, and it will just move back and forth depending on how you move the saber, right? And then when you let go of your button, you let go of the blade lockup. All right, and then to play your soundtrack, do a long press on the power when the saber's off. That plays your soundtrack, and do that again to turn it off. So remember, a 1-second press will turn it on. Another 1-second press will turn it off. All right, we'll come over here and loosen our blade retention. Pop our blade out. Come over here and pop our wire out of the clip. Take our handle off here. It'll slide right off, and I'll show you that the kill switch works. So we'll turn it on with a switch. And then come over here and flip it off with the kill switch right here. And it kills power. All right. When you want to take your battery out, come over here from the positive side by your coupler and just pop it out with your finger. But that is basically your Heart of Siberia from Dennis Lukyanov and KR Sabers. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try my best to get this out in the mail today. Thanks, man.